welcome you all to Fostering Innovation in Nepal. Innovation, any idea, a new idea, by definition, will not be accepted at first. It takes repeated attempts, endless demonstration, and monotonous rehearsals before innovation can be accepted. This requires courageous patience. This can happen only with an environment that supports failure and can foster the individual with every iteration. Today, we are all gathered here to talk about what we can do to foster innovation for better and brighter Nepal. Without further delay, I would like to welcome Mr. Alan Bailochan Tuladar, Global Regional Director of Microsoft, onto the stage to welcome you all.
And thank you very much for being here with us today. I'm sure as we are as excited to have the talk today, you've also are equally excited. The whole idea would be, what does it take to foster innovation in Nepal? What does it take to make sure that there's more culture for innovation in the country? To think out of the box, to think differently, take the same pieces and make it work in a different manner. I was talking to one of my students and I asked them, what do you think innovation is? And the answer I got was fried rice. Instead of eating the same rice again, can it be in a different tone over a fried rice? So, and with our partnership with UNICEF, we've tried a couple of different ways of seeing how can we foster innovation in the country. Last year, we went with Child App, a 2-night, 3-day event. But before the grand event that we had in Dulikhel, a lot of work to make sure that we foster innovation. Can innovation be taught? Is one of the questions that we'd like to ask today. Does it come in our culture? Does it come with our caste? Do I have to be born in the Chitrakar family to be creative and innovative? Or whatever caste that I'm born in, does it really matter? And I think these are some of the questions that in a caste-based culture like Nepal, we always struggle with. One of the things that at Child App, a student came up to me who was participating there, and he kind of thanked me for the jacket that we had given him. And I said, yeah, we made sure that in the cold weather of Dulikhel, since we're spending a lot of time even outside, the jackets were helpful. But he was not thanking me for the jacket. He was more thanking me to say that I'm from a poor family and a poor caste, and for me to be wearing the same jacket as some of the rich people in the room, I feel that I'm equal. And I think that's the level playing field that innovation can get for our country. It really does not matter if the person is from a rural area or urban. It does not matter whether he's from an educated background or not. We've seen a lot of innovative solutions with even uneducated people. But we want to kind of understand from great speakers today, and I'm sure that there's no doubt that we're going to be learning a lot from not only knowledge and skills, but most importantly from skills, from experience as well. Some of the solutions that came up at Child App was Pani, a simple app onto a smartphone that would be able to test the quality of the water. We see these waters all over the place. But in this water, is it drinkable? A thumbs up or a thumbs down sign, a green or a red sign, a yes or a no. We don't really care about all of the other details of the pH value, the acidity, and all of the other technical details for a common housewife who might be illiterate. But the housewife has to decide, my newborn or young child, infant, can I let her drink this water? Innovation, I think that came out 2 nights, 3 days when we spent at Dulikhel. We had an interactive virtual classroom where the solution by a Earl Girls team could be broadcast on a distance education, and the instructor could be in a classroom in anywhere else in the country and would be teaching. This was using Kinect as a sensor for PCs, and to be able to see how hopefully in future it will be holographic images. But now I think the solution that they had provided was I think pretty ahead of its times and really innovative. SMS care. I think a lot of people use SMS not only for communication, but here for an app that could literally save a lot of lives. An app that's aware about parental and postnatal care for the mother and child, and to be able to walk through the entire requirements for their health care. Cope for Hope was another solution, and these were the top 5. We had about 118 people that were there without sleep, 2 nights, 3 days, and that's all it takes. Earlier, these used to be in the UN system to be given out as a TOR, as an RFP, and for such solutions, for the RFP document to be written would have taken months. I remember when I was in, at that time, in New York, we all sat together to develop what was known as the Global Pulse solution. It was given, we architected the solution and given as a hackathon to students in New York. And over a weekend, the solution was built, which normally would have taken months. An initiative that Ban Ki-moon had started to see how the UN pulse for the global development nature could have started. Beautiful Minds is with trying to find a solution for children with autism. And if you look at all of these solutions, all of these innovative solutions, each are coming from people who are 20-something. Each are coming from people that do not have a lot of experience, but have maybe not an expert in these different areas, but have a zeal to say that I want to change the world with technology, with an innovative solution. Haziri, one of the biggest problems in Nepal is the teacher is not in the classroom. Can we try to find a solution with technology so that the teacher in the rural classrooms have an incentive to really teach, rather than going out from the classroom to do other stuff? In some of the, we are now pre-accelerating 12 companies. And one of the companies is called Krishikar. They are providing real-time information as and when and farmer needs. They have now about 1,700, 1,800 farmers as their customers. 47 government agencies providing the information, and that's going in. And this solution that we are accelerating is part of the WSIS prizes. They're looking for votes, and I would also do a vote appeal. The details are in our Facebook page. Please help a Nepali solution win this award. It would definitely mean a lot in terms of fostering innovation in Nepal. Another solution that we're looking at is Trip Mandu. I see the team here. The whole idea about Trip Mandu is to make sure that if you're going on a hike, what kind of hike do you go on to? What kind of a trek do you go on to? Rather than the normal trekking agency, they look at customizing a solution. And most of the 3 co-founders, they've done most of the hikes themselves. So it's not some Tamil guy who tells you where he's never been, and he has no idea whether that's West Nepal or East Nepal. But these guys have actually done the treks and are giving you a technology solution on how, with the budget that you have, with the health focus that you have, what is the kind of a hike or a trek that you are able to do. Singer's Factory, kind of a different concept. Anyone can sing. And the singer could be in London, working for Standard Chartered Bank. And the guitarist could be somewhere in South Africa. The drummer could be in Hong Kong. And you could have Sunday Morning Love. It could go viral on the net. But can we have a Singer's Factory on the cloud? And I think these innovative ideas seems to be bubbling into all of the gullies and streets of Kathmandu as well. And I think, what does it need to foster this innovation? What's happening here? That we can have a culture of innovation so that young people are encouraged not only to do what their forefathers did, but to dare to do it different, but to dare to make a dent in the world and to make a positive difference in the world. 1,580 people, youths, leave the country each and every day. Even today, I think that would be the normal number of people that would have left the country. They have not found solutions in the country. They're looking for a better employment, a better future for themselves, and they feel that that's not here, and they need to go to either some of the Arabian countries, some of the Malaysian countries, Korea, or whichever countries that they would like to go to. And I think along with that, all of the young innovative brains are also going. Remittance cannot be a solution to a prosperous country at all. It's a short-term fix. And if all of the best brains are going out, I think what's remaining is a big question. 58,000 plus students are studying, are undergrad students now. And in another couple of years, these would be the students that will be coming out into the workforce. And out of the 58, I had a few students last year comb through every broadsheet daily. And we found out that there were only less than 300 jobs that were advertised in broadsheet dailies versus 58,000 that go try to get an undergrad degree coming out into the job market. Huge difference. So where do the rest of them go? Are everyone going abroad? A story that I normally tell, and I'd like to repeat that again. I was waiting for my flight in KL airport in Kuala Lumpur, and I heard some Nepali people speaking. And since I had to kill some time, I went and chatted with them. And they were telling me that the job that they do is cleaning the toilets. And I told them that I am with technology in the field of technology. And they said, no, we also have to use a lot of technology. I have to report the broken faucets and the changing of the toilet paper and the changing of the liquid soap and all of that onto computer systems. So even a menial job, what they call 3D, dirty, dangerous, demeaning jobs that's offered to the entry-level Nepalese that go abroad to do the work, seems to need technology. Without computer skills, I don't think even that 3D job, they can land onto it. So what does it take to make sure that we build a prosperous nation with innovation? 57 colleges last year were given affiliation for BSc CSIT. We have one doctor who's going on a hunger strike to make sure that affiliation for a medical college is not given. So we are in this paradigm, in this whole dilemma to say that, do we give more affiliation to private colleges? Or do we stop giving affiliation? How do we make sure that education happens? And where is this difference of public versus private? And where does innovation come in? How do we teach innovation? The traditional master, duster, teacher, student, culture of teaching, how do we change that to foster a culture of innovation? Food for thought for the day. I'm going to stop here with a brief introduction that as MIC, we are a tech center hoping to foster local software economy. There are about 150 innovation centers in about 48 countries, and this is something that I've been doing for the last 8 years. Really, really glad that the speaker today, Dr. Sharad Sapra, I had an opportunity of meeting him yesterday, reading a lot about him, and I'm really glad that we've got this opportunity to hear him speak. And hear him speak from real experiences in emerging markets. Hear him speak about what has worked and what has not worked. How do we foster this culture of innovation? It's not just one or two bright people. It's not that one person that creates Microsoft or Apple or whichever difference, but how do we create a mainstream culture of innovation? So with that, again, I just wanted to set the tone for the discussion today. And again, thank every one of you for being here with us today. And special thanks to Amjad, who's been always saying, what does Nepal need in terms of innovation? Amjad Rabi, who looks after, I think gone beyond the call of his duty to really worry about what is it that Nepal